It's the Pirate Stacker. Monday morning. Let's get this video set up. I know I have nobody on here because everybody's like, where's Pirate been? Where has the Pirate been? I've been busy. I've been real busy. Let's see if we can get this set on here. And then we'll get it working. There we go. The gimbal. I'm not good at this, so we're going to figure it out better so we're quicker with it next time. What's up, everybody? Pirate Stacker, Monday morning. I'm here. I'm awake. Eddie P is here. What's up, Eddie? You're the first to the show. Robert Wojciechowski, morning. Morning. It is morning. I don't normally do lives, not very often. And I have been so busy. Gold Aztec, Storage Yard Resident. What's up, guys? Good morning. I don't normally do live streams, but I do want to start doing live streams. Yes, the early bird. It's actually 11:10 here in Florida. I have been up for a while doing work stuff, but I want to start doing, I think I'm going to start doing a Monday through Friday, like an 11 o'clock, jump on, do a live, talk for a few, because I like interacting with you guys. Yes, good to see you, PJ. Thanks for coming out. I like interacting with you guys, and I get a lot of people that hit me up, and they're like, Pirate, where have you been? I've been busy. I've been working like a dog. Yes. Many of you know I draw house plans. I'm self-employed, draw house plans, design homes for a living. Oh, Gold Aztec. I'm glad that got to you, man. I recently took up a second job doing nights and weekends at Home Depot. And I was only looking for like 15, maybe 20 hours. And it was really just for extra vacation money. You know, I'd love to say I'm wealthy enough that I just have money, but I'm wealthy enough that we spend a ton of money. That's just our life. And, you know, it's one of those things that I personally would rather have the time. But we do like to travel. We do like to make memories. And we have a big trip coming up in June. We go to Rome for 3 nights, and then we have 7 nights on a cruise ship doing a Mediterranean cruise, and then another night in Miami before we come home. And then we just booked a 2-week vacation to England to see my family for Christmas and New Year's. So 2 big back-to-back trips, and I felt like, let's get a little extra cash in. If I work part-time, you know, drafting, there's no shortage of drafting work. I draw plans, and truthfully, the smart thing to be would be to just pick up extra drafting work. It's a mental thing. You get burned out. I'm burned out. I've been drawing plans for 25 years. You know, it's always fun getting something new. Bellows Forge, good to see you this morning. Yeah, we got a great bunch of you here in the chat. Drafting is very mental work, and it's one of those things that, you know, it's nice to, I haven't punched a clock in years. I've been self-employed for a long time, and so it's one of those things that I was like, Home Depot was hiring because it's spring and everyone has projects. Literally, I did a test online and did an application. I was in there and I saw they had the signs everywhere. They hired me the next day. That was about 4 weeks ago now. And I said, I'm like 2 or 3 days a week, 15 to 20 hours. That'd be great. A little extra spending money for the trip. And suddenly I find myself, I think they scheduled me 36 hours last week. It's brutal. I definitely don't have the time or the body to be working 2 full-time jobs. So it's beating me up real good right now. Good morning, Saltwater Saddle Tramp, Darren Ottman, also Mark Wojo. Good to see you guys. So I basically I just this weekend, Saturday I did 3 to midnight. Sunday I did noon to 9. Back to back 9-hour shifts. It's tough, man. It's one of those things that, YouTube. When you come home and your body's just destroyed, the last thing I can think to do is make a video. And so videos have not taken place. I haven't been watching YouTube. When I work, I put YouTube on in the background, and I catch fish and my pals like that, and then I listen to a lot of political stuff, news of the day, different sites such as that. So it's one of those things that's kind of my routine, and Paul Fave, good morning, Central Virginia. I've never been to Virginia. So anyway, doing the Home Depot thing. Home Depot's fun because I'm actually in the garden center. That's the fun part. The less fun part is loading up 20 bags of rock and then taking it out to their car and unloading 20 bags of rock and then coming right back in to get 50 12 by 12 pavers and unload 50 12 by 12 pavers. That's brutal. And truthfully, it's a little bit much for me. I'm trying to get them to where I can actually just do 15 to 20 hours a week, and we'll be in good shape. But right now I'm new and I'm happy to help out. They need the help. It's one of those things. Let's talk about the help. And this isn't pointed at Home Depot in particular, but man, the younger generation really lacks a work ethic. Like, to me, I personally take responsibility. Like, if somebody approaches me for help, like, I help. Man, I've never seen so many people duck and cover when it comes time to do work. It's pretty wild. They just don't seem to care. And, this is only a part-time gig for me, but I certainly, I don't know. I just feel like if you're working, if you're getting paid, whatever it is, that it's worth your time. You do your best job. You accepted the deal. You accepted the pay. You accepted the position. Like, give it your best, right? And, people just don't work like that anymore. It's really an odd thing because I just don't know any different. I mean, I've worked a lot of jobs in my life, and you always give it your best. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to get into management or anything. This position it could be gone today or tomorrow, and my body would be happy for it. But so I'm not real bothered that way. But just to see people that don't care, it's pretty wild. And anyway, I'm not going to talk any more on that in case I get myself into trouble. But you know what I'm saying. Old English in the house. Yeah. I thought it was really weird. It's Mark Wojo just mentioned Democrats creating a lazy culture once we kick payments out to people and all of that. The stimulus thing was really weird. I've never seen the government give people money, right? Not in my lifetime. Not like that. Not just, hey, here's a free check. And I understand the extenuating circumstances. Good morning, transient stacker. I understand there were circumstances, but it's one of those things that, ultimately, what did it do, right? It made all our prices go up. They put a big influx of cash out there. Our gas, everything else goes through the roof. And, I don't think that was really that $1,500. I spent that in inflation easily. So I don't think that was actually a good idea at all. And maybe that's just the old man in me talking. I don't know. So yeah, I've been busy. I I had looked into other things. Someone was just asking, you know, I'm not looking, like I pay all our bills and we live a great life. Drafting and designing plans, that's always been fantastic for me. Again, I was just bored, feeling myself. Thought it'd be fun to go punch in somewhere, punch out, and leave it all behind. Right now, I'm dealing with the sorest body ever. All the walking, everything else. I got a blister on the pad of my foot. That's sore. So, you know, I think ultimately I'll get in better shape. You definitely get some exercise in. For those of you that have been watching, how has my challenge gone? Well, the past month it has been decimated. I have not been eating well, and I have not been going to the gym because my time is just sucked up into my regular job, drawing house plans, and then going to Home Depot nights and weekends. It's just a lot. And, you know, I'm 47. I'm not old, but I'm a big, out of shape guy. And hopefully this will get me in better shape. It is one of those things. But that's where I've been missing too. So I'm still here. I just have not had the time to pull the camera out and do the thing. It's one of those, you know. Good morning, Jack Gallman. But that said, instead of making videos, I am going to do lives. I am going to do the morning when the wife and my daughter are at school. So I have the house to myself. I can speak, I can be loud, and I can talk about news of the day. Sometimes it'll be silver and gold. Sometimes it will just be talking to talk, and letting you know what's going on with me and in my life. Currently, the weather is beautiful. Florida this time of year is absolutely fantastic. The humidity hasn't set in yet, so it's one of those things, you know, we get the blue skies, the upper 70s, low 80s, little breeze. It's really nice outside. The garden is going great. Everything is growing. We had a little bit of a cold front like a month ago, and it dropped the last bit of leaves that we had out there, and everything has gone gangbusters since. I do have some cuttings that I'm trying to work on right now, taking fruit tree cuttings, and I'm trying to actually create them into trees. I don't know if it'll work. We'll see what happens. And it's one of those things that if it does, then I got free fruit trees I can give or sell or whatever I want to do. Whoa, Mark got 4 inches of snow in Minnesota. Yikes. That's tough. I lived in the snow for one winter, and I'm happy to say I'll pass on that. That's not for me, for sure. Hey, the Rat Stack. Aloha. Man, you wake up and you got all that stuff you got to melt off with your coffee. I don't know. You know, for me, Jack Allman's saying he's retired, but he hasn't quit working yet. I am working on a retirement. I don't actually think I will ever see a real retirement. And even if I did retire, I think that I would probably still do some kind of work. Truthfully, good morning, Kevin Hawthorne. He's right here in Florida. Truthfully, I enjoy the interaction at Home Depot. I work from home, right? I'm here on my computer all day, every day. I'm a people person. The interaction, talking to people and helping people, I actually really enjoy that. And in the garden center, it's not all just lugging rocks and mulch and bags of soil. There's a lot of helping people with their garden. And, we have a ton of house plants. I've got the garden in the yard. I've been planting and doing vegetables. The fruit trees are coming along great. So I actually have a lot of feedback I can give people, and that has been very rewarding. So I do really enjoy that aspect. I think if I retired, an actual 15 to 20 hours a week at Home Depot would probably be a fun little job, a fun little side gig, extra cash, pass some time. So I don't know that I'll ever truly retire either. I dream, if I had millions in the bank, would I never work again? I would never work again. I'll say that. But I don't have millions in the bank, and I do love to travel. So does my wife. We love life experiences. My best memories in life are traveling. Some of the places I've been, the people that I'm there with. I've never really done, I drove cross country from Utah to Florida by myself when I moved here. But typically if I take a vacation or something, I'm always with friends or my wife or a girlfriend at the time, whatever it was, I always had company. And those were always fantastic memories. So I have no regrets about traveling or spending the money on it. Truthfully, this trip we've got coming up in June, it's going to be incredible. It's a once-in-a-lifetime trip. We fly into Rome, which is apparently Italy. Sorry, I was ignorant to that. I thought it was in Greece. Rome is in Italy. We stay in Rome for 3 days. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker hit 1,000 subs on Friday. Congratulations to you guys. 1,000 subs is a great accomplishment. I remember when I did that, and I was very proud of that. So congrats to you guys. Yes, Transient says he likes to travel, but he doesn't like deadlines. I agree. I don't like booking tours. I don't like doing any of that stuff. And for me, when I travel, I like having no itinerary and just relaxing. I don't know about you guys. I know some people are like, go, 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 let's cram it all in. Now, I do enjoy seeing things, and I will make a plan to see certain things. I just don't like being on anyone else's schedule when I travel. I like to just get out there. I take tons of pictures. I'll take some videos, and I just, that's fun stuff for me. Interdimensional travel. Now that's interesting. Say hello to the Pope. Yes, Vatican City is there. Now, the coolest part about this trip, the only reason I'm actually on it, is my family booked it. My niece and her husband, they decided to do a 5-year anniversary cruise, and that's what prompted this trip. Was they picked a Mediterranean cruise. So then my sister and her husband jumped on board. My other sister and her husband jumped on board. So I'm like, well, if you guys are going to be there, I'm going to go. Also, the groom, my niece's husband, his family's going. And now my niece and her family's my other niece and her family's going. So there's a bunch of us. There's like 20 or so of us going on this trip. And my mother-in-law and her 2 best friends, recently retired, they're going as well. So it's going to be a really fantastic trip. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime. I don't just take Mediterranean cruises every day. This will be the one and only time I ever get there. But everyone else was going, and so I was like, I should go too. So we're going to stay 3 nights in Rome, and then we get on the boat, the cruise ship. It's 7 nights. We're going to be doing, what are we doing? Santorini, somewhere in Turkey, and Naples. 3 stops. So that's pretty cool. Like, I'm excited for that. I think it's the 3. There might be 4. I thought there was 2 that were in Greece. Anyway, and then we fly back into Miami. We stay a night down there, and we drive home. So that's the trip. It's going to be amazing. The best part, again, is the company. I'm going to be with my family. For those of you that don't know, my sisters and all that family live in England. So I love seeing them. And it's one of those things where, being able to spend time with my siblings who have been far away for a long time, that's important to me. Especially now that we're all getting older. Everybody's had various health problems. I'm actually the baby of the bunch, so it it means a lot to me to be with my big sisters and family out there. So it's gonna be fantastic. Look, I gotta get back to work. My 20 minutes is up, so I'm gonna end it. Oh, Rat Stack's asking about Santorini. Yeah, I know. They had earthquakes and a bunch of people abandoned the island. Was it because of an eruption? Something. I don't know if it's back open yet or not. I am planning to go there. Even if it's closed, I'm sure they'll reroute us to a different island on the cruise, so I'm not really concerned about that. I'm just happy to see. I mean, one Greek island is as good as another, right? So anyway, this will be a series. I'm going to jump on here probably around 11 every morning, Monday through Friday. Have a little chat, see where it takes us. Thank you guys for watching, joining, and we will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back. We're going to go ahead and do this every day till we don't. So we'll give it a shot. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Pirate out. Arg. Now let's see if I can figure out how to end this thing. I tap and I tap. Nothing happens. Oh, there it is. The